Hey you all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tara. If you are new here, I create content surrounding my 9 to 5, which is in clinical research, and I love to throw in different personal vlogs. So that way you can see how you're able to navigate a busy work life, but you're still able to be a parent, still able to be a friend, be a girlfriend, be, that support system to someone else. Right now I am in California. If you are not new to my videos, you already know I travel around for work. So a lot of questions I have been getting is, how do I get into clinical research? So I made a video like this one time before, but I want to give some more clarity in how someone can start off in clinical research and how can someone become a clinical research associate. So a little background about me: I started in clinical research in 2013. Now, I was already in the medical field as a ophthalmic tech. So when I was contacted by a recruiter for a entry-level role in ophthalmology, I was like, this is perfect because I already have ophthalmology experience, but I'm just going over to the research side. So that is how I got into clinical research. And just to piggyback off of that, it's a great way for you guys to say, okay, a lot of times you hear about clinical research, especially when you're in college because you're doing the research papers, but you don't hear about this side of clinical research. So before I got into clinical research, I thought that clinical research was just like labs. I'm gonna just be in the lab, I'm gonna be drawing blood, I'm gonna be doing some type of experiment on medication, but I didn't think about clinical research in the aspect of managing different research sites. So long story short, I was in clinical research 2013, went back to general practice, just being an ophthalmic tech, and in 2021 is when I officially transitioned over to being a clinical research associate. So getting into clinical research, some suggestions I have. If you want to get into clinical research, start off locally. Look around to your local universities, your doctor's office, and see who in your area is conducting clinical research. At that time, reach out to the site. See if they are hiring for any type of clinical research assistant, clinical research coordinator, roles that you may be able to apply for and join. So you may say, well, Tara, I don't have any experience. That's fine, because that's the purpose of you starting off entry level. A lot of times when you are at like your local universities and your local doctor's office, they're willing to train. Now, pay. A lot of people say, well, how can I get started and stay within my same pay, especially if they've already had like another career and they're kind of trying to transition over? To be honest, a lot of times you're going to take a pay cut. Right? I know MDs, I know nurses, and a lot of times initially when they start off in clinical research, they take a pay cut. Now, if you are like an MD, if you're a PA, if you have some type of clinician experience, there are programs as far as there's a CRO that, and you guys can look up the name because I don't know how it goes as far as me giving names of different companies since I work for CRO, so I'm not going to give out any names, but there are different companies where you can apply to like their clinicians to CRA role, and there's also different companies where they have like academies, and also a company that has like an Apex program. So an Apex program is going to be great for those people who say, hey, how can I get into clinical research? I don't have any experience, but I do have a degree and I just finished college. So I want to get into clinical research and I want to be a CRA. So the Apex CRA program is a great program. I think it's about 6 months, but it really teaches you the foundation of clinical research and really allows you to go on different visits with more experienced CRAs, and then you get signed off to a study. So that's where you can at least be coming in and you'll probably make like a decent pay and things of that nature. But when you talk about, hey, I want to get into clinical research, I really want you to think about and say, hey, this is what you want to do. And my personal suggestion is before you jump in to say, I want to be a CRA, be an assistant, be a coordinator. I guarantee you, if you are an assistant and you're in a court you're a coordinator long enough, when you become a CRA, it's going to be 10 times easier. 10 times easier. For one, you're going to have empathy for your sites. For two, you're going to be able to jump in and do certain things that other brand new CRAs that have no research experience are able to do. So I know this video is short, but those are some great things to think about. How do you get in clinical research? Look at your local university, look at your local doctor's office, see who around in the surrounding areas are conducting research, reach out to them, submit your CV, and a lot of times they're willing to hire and they're willing to train. CROs, go online, look up different remote entry-level jobs. Clinical trial assistant, clinical operations assistant, clinical research coordinator on the CRO side is remote level. You're doing like filing to the TMF, you're doing like newsletters, meeting minutes, agendas, things of that nature. But you know, the name is just different with the different companies. So start by doing those things, okay? LinkedIn. And I said I didn't want this video to be too long, but y'all, LinkedIn is such a great, oh my gosh, I just can't tell y'all how much I enjoy LinkedIn and how many people have reached out to me via LinkedIn and we've connected. You know, I've issued out referrals to my company for them. You'll be so surprised by just, you know, create a LinkedIn professional profile, reaching out to recruiters, reaching out to people who are already in the field, because they're able to give you a lot of advice on, hey, you know, this company's hiring, you should do this, you should do that, you know, kind of revamp your CV and things of that nature. So yes, I just wanted to come on here briefly and just go over a little bit of things, because I hear that question so much. Tara, how do I become a CRA? How do I get into clinical research? Don't be afraid to start off entry level, because honestly, in my opinion, even being a CRA 1 is entry level, because you got to think about it. There's different levels to a particular role. Yes, I may be a CRA, but my opinion, if you have under 2 years of experience, you're still entry level because you still have so much to learn. So don't be afraid to take those entry level positions, because I'm telling you, you will learn so much. I hope you all have a great day, great night, and I will see you in my next video. Make sure you don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you shortly.